Hello, everybody, and today for my next movie review for 2025, I'm doing Shelby Oaks. So, this is directed by Chris Stuckmann, one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, probably my favorite film critic. But a lot of people don't like him now, all because he does more positive reviews. I mean, he still critiques movies, but he just doesn't really do negative reviews. But he decided to do a movie, a feature. And I did see it in theaters, surprisingly, even though it was not really shown in many screenings, but I managed to see one with my sister back in October. And I gotta say, this movie was definitely a little surprising. It did have a lot of horror tropes that I can tell he took inspiration from. But it's about a lady who's trying to investigate her sister's disappearance after a paranormal team went missing in a place called Shelby Oaks, which happens to be in Ohio, where I live. But Chris Stuckmann also lives in Ohio, so honestly, it felt at home when I was watching this movie, because it definitely got the Ohio vibe for sure. But I can tell he took inspiration from the Blair Witch Project. Literally, this poster kind of looks like the Blair Witch Project, where a group of people are trying to find the Blair Witch, but they end up going missing. That's basically what I'm getting from this. But we even see like the old YouTube stuff back in the day. I thought that was a little nostalgic. But the biggest thing I'm surprised Chris Stuckmann was able to do in this movie is that he was able to get Keith David in this movie, who's one of the representatives or whatever, in part of the investigation for what happened to the people in Shelby Oaks. But I thought his appearance was awesome. I love Keith David. I think he's actually getting a Hollywood Walk of Fame recently. But congratulations to him, of course. But it's mainly about this girl named Mia who is trying to find her sister, and we see her interactions with her husband a little bit. We see her use an old TV to watch the footage when she finally does manage to track down footage of what her sister went through. We actually see that old footage. Honestly, I thought it almost could have been real, but we know it's all fictional, of course. But apparently it appeared that she was kidnapped at Shelby Oaks, and she still doesn't know what happened. But this movie is short, surprisingly. It's only an hour and a half. But we mainly just get a lot of news report scenes. But the main thing that the lady does, she drives all the way to Shelby Oaks. And this sort of movie does get creepy. It actually does get some wild vibes for me, for sure, seeing her go through this forest. But the major issue I did have with the movie was, like, I didn't understand why she was deciding to go there alone. I just think that was a bad move for our character to go into a deep, dark forest all alone to go look for her sister. But I guess because it was personal, she decided to do it. But, probably, there were a few jump scares that actually did get me. There was a scene where this dude shows up at the door and he ends up shooting himself, and it traumatizes Mia's character. But that scene actually got me for some reason, even though I knew it was coming, but somehow it got me. I think there was another scene, but mainly the main villain of this movie it's revealed, spoilers, that it's a demon that took over her sister, because she actually does manage to find the sister. But it's revealed that she was being held captive at this abandoned cabin that this old lady that was living there. And she actually looks super creepy. It reminds me of the stories in Mr. Nightmare, his channel, where he reviews like random stories from people that sent him them stories. But she manages to find a way to her sister after getting suspicious about the old lady. And she finds her sister in the basement, but this is where it's revealed that she got pregnant and she has a child. But, of course, probably the biggest thing that happens in this movie is the ending. It's revealed that the sister was possessed by the demon of Shelby Oaks, and she actually tries to kill the baby. But, of course, her sister fights her to stop it. But, of course, she falls out the window and dies. I was like, whoa. But, I guess the demon's now passed into the baby, of course. And the movie just kind of ends. But I don't think this movie's getting a sequel, but I can respect Chris Stuckmann for doing this feature. And it was actually amazing that he was able to make this movie. Him and his wife were able to write this, and they were able to put this out in the theaters and have a great production and even do a Kickstarter. I unfortunately did not send money to the Kickstarter since I was slowly making money at the time while he was filming this movie, but it was awesome to just hear updates from his process in this movie. But yeah, this movie, like I said, it got a lot of inspiration from other horror movies. It was definitely a lot of fun to watch for sure. It actually did feel like a horror movie for once, since usually I don't get to really see horror movies in theaters these days, but hopefully with Scream 7 that'll be different. So I'd probably give Shelby Oaks probably just a 7 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10. But good job to Chris Stuckmann. I hope he can make more movies in the future for his career as a director. But so good luck to him, of course, and the channel. So the next movie review, I'm not sure what it is. I'll have to look. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.